couple months ago, talking about video. Did anybody watch it? You guys are terrible. You guys are breaking my heart.
We're busy.
I know!
We're making money.
It's true.
I never watch videos.
I know. Okay, well,
Here.
it's our president. We should listen to him. All right, so anyway, he was talking about video marketing, all this stuff that I'm talking to you now about, some of these great stats. And with that video, I shot that with an iPad up in the Market Street office in San Francisco. But you should look at it because it looks like it's professional quality. So to answer your question, yes, use your smartphone devices. Have an office staff member, somebody here, hold the camera for you, or a kid, or a nephew, I don't know. Yeah. You just pay them like $3.
$3.
$3 for 180 units. Go. Awesome. All right. So, and then this is the last topic, client testimonials. If you can get your clients to do them, they are fantastic. I know that video is kind of scary for everybody, so not every client is going to be like gung-ho about this, but if you can get them to agree, that's great. These are amazing, and they really can showcase who you are. They are great to show to any potential clients. Obviously, you know the power of the referral. So getting them to do this, here's a couple tips. Ask them right before closing docs are signed. If you wait till after the closing docs are signed and they're in their house and they're painting the walls and they're changing light fixtures, they're probably not going to take the time to do it, right? Because they're busy. So, and then what I have found that works the best, because again, we want to lead them, but we want them to come and speak naturally and show their personality. Have pre-listed questions written out. How was your experience with your agent? Would you refer your agent to a friend? How was your home buying or selling experience? What was the one key thing that your agent did that, you know, stood out versus any other agent? Questions like that. What I've also found is to have somebody else other than yourself ask those questions, and you just not be in the room when this happens, because a couple things happen. It makes them nervous because they're talking about you and you're there, and then they look to you to get you to lead them, and you don't want that to happen. So get another office staff member or something like that, do this for you, ask them those questions when you're getting them their coffee, and then there you go. And they're great. And again, this is kind of the topic that I've probably seen the most agents do after I've given this presentation. Probably because they can tape somebody else and not have to be there. So it makes it really easy, right? But I've seen some really great testimonials, and just some of the things that their clients say. I mean, like, it's just amazing, and the power of that with other clients just could be, you know, you can go all kinds of places with that. There are times where the clients kind of get nervous and they stumble on their words and they don't know what to say. It's fine. Post it anyway. You know, it's the content that's important. Maybe you need to cut off the front a little bit, maybe you need to edit the back a little bit, but for the most part, I wouldn't worry too much if they stumble. All right. Okay, so if you've done all those things and you've embraced all of that, right, video, then you can this is kind of a next step option is a video blog. But video blogs can be really, really powerful. So why a blog? So a text blog or a video blog, it's one and the same. The reason why people do blogs is because search engines love blogs. Right? So everything in a blog is a keyword that is recognized by Google. So if somebody goes in and they're typing in farmers markets in downtown Campbell, then that agent's video blog popped up with that farmers market video of her shooting the photos. That's why blogs are powerful. But here's the thing. You have to put a video on a blog. It's my personal opinion that it needs to be once a week. Once every 2 weeks would be okay. But if you're not consistently posting, you're going to lose your audience. And then it's really not worth your time. And this is going to be something like, you know, if you really embrace video and you want to go to the next level, this is it. So there is an agent, and she's in Wilmington, North Carolina, very near and dear to my heart, because that's my home state. And her name is Jessica Edwards. And she has done this incredible video blog. And you can see it. I'll show you how to get to this, to all of her videos too. Everything that she does, she literally just mounts a camera in her car. It's a GoPro camera. And she just speaks to it. She talks about market stats, what's happening, cool listings that she has, decorating tips, you know, what's going on, you know, rising and falling of interest rates.
So she's sitting in her car?
She's sitting in her car, just talking. And it's 100% not edited. Like, she doesn't edit a single thing. She just shoots a video and then she sends it out, and it's done. It's very personable. It's under 2 minutes, every single video. And it's really good information. She's fun to watch. And she's like, very energetic. But she did this one video, and she has this really gaudy necklace on, and she's kind of in the middle of talking, she's talking about market updates and stuff like that. And on cue almost, her necklace breaks and all the beads bust into like a million pieces all over her lap. She's like, oh no, my necklace broke. And then she like just looks back up at the camera and she keeps going. So, and I kind of love it, and she put it on there anyway. So what's really interesting though is that that video got more views than any other video. So it's kind of that off the cuff stuff that makes you like real and a person that like people love to watch. So I was given this presentation in Cupertino, and I had on a gaudy necklace, and I am telling this story, I'm not even joking. And right at the end of it, my own necklace broke into a million pieces, and I was like, I did not plan that. It was very weird. Okay, so now let's talk about the equipment that you need to get started. I kind of already told you what I think you should do. Use what you have. Just that's where you should go. I actually think that pocket cams are dated and fam cams are really expensive, and unless you're going to do a whole lot of other stuff, shooting your kids and your grandkids, I would not invest in it. Over 500, even more. Or you can get, like I have a DSLR camera that has video capability, but it's thousands of dollars. So unless you want it for other things, I wouldn't go out and just do it for this. Because your cell phones, and your tablet devices are gonna work. Pocket cams, don't even buy them. If you are gonna buy a camera, here's my biased opinion, get a GoPro. They're really cool. You can mount them. They start at $149, and then the high end is $449. But that one's really cool because you can take it underwater and do all kinds of crazy stuff to it. You can mount it to your helmet and like do crazy bike races. It's pretty neat. All right, so actually talking about the video blog, I do have another story. The Heinrich team, they do a video blog. Has anybody seen their blog? It's good. They do a great job with their blog. And Ben did this one video where there was some sort of bike race in Monterey, and he got in his car and he had a GoPro and he mounted it in the car and he just drove the course of that bike race. And then he brought that video back and he time-lapsed it so it was really fast. So it was only like a 3-minute video. And he posted it. And what was really interesting is that if you went and typed in course of the blah, blah, blah bike race, that was like the #2 thing on Google that popped up. He had thousands of hits off that video from that. And he said he picked up a listing, so it works. Now, this office, pretty cool. All right, now let's talk about editing. So I have my personal opinion. Don't over-edit. It looks really bad, It doesn't look genuine. It's that same feel of like over Photoshop pictures, kind of the same thing. But there is some free editing software that is available. There is iMovie for Mac, and then there's Movie Maker for PC. And then there's more robust editing software you can buy. It is very expensive and it is hard to use. So my opinion is hire a videographer in that situation. Don't buy all that editing software unless you really want to make this like your thing. Like this is your new hobby, is video editing. But what I do when I do video is there is pretty basic editing in YouTube. You can cut and splice, you can time lapse, you can do about everything in YouTube. So that's the only editing I do is right in YouTube because again, I'm all about making things easier. Let's go with the easiest solution. So know that that is there. All right, so I'm going to give you some homework now if you choose to do it. And I'll say that I have 17 offices, and I've given this presentation 16 times until now. This makes 17. And I've given this homework, and I'm getting about 1% of my agents actually doing it. So I would like to see a little bit better from you guys. A little bit better would be good. This is a 3-part piece of homework. This really is not hard. The first thing I want you to do is to create a YouTube channel. So that's like creating a profile, right, on YouTube. You're going to have to name it something. If you're in my social media class, you've heard me talk about naming profiles before. It should be your first and your last name with Coldwell Banker. You want to make it as searchable as possible. So if somebody types your name into the Google search bar, that YouTube channel will pop up. That's a good thing. All right, so that's the first piece of that homework. The second piece is I want you to shoot a video, and I do not care what the topic is. It could be a client testimonial, it could be a listing, it could be a community, it could be a bio video. And then I just want you to upload it to that channel. So you take that video and you upload it to that YouTube channel that you created. After you have done those 3 things, email me and I will hold your hand on how to post it on all of your social media, how to stick it onto your free agent website, how to do anything else that you need to do with it, how to create an email blast for that video. So I know it's a little time consuming, but honestly, if you start integrating this into your current marketing, you know, it should just, one day it's just all gonna come natural, it's gonna be easy, but this is what people want, this is what our clients want, we have to get on board with that. So, alright. So we have a section, or we have a YouTube channel that we have already created called On Location. You probably don't know about it because we ran numbers in 2012 and 2% of our agents have actually uploaded a video to it. But you should. If you take a video of a listing, it needs to go to this channel because we have put in all of the work on the back end for the search engine optimization so that, you know, it is recognized by Google. We get tons of visibility. We drive a lot of traffic to this. So if you take a video, it needs to be posted to On Location.
Now where is it going for?
On YouTube. Yeah, so this is and then I'll show you, there's step-by-step directions on how to do this. This is basically just a YouTube channel that we have created, but we have a lot of visibility to it. So, all right. So for anybody that has a Apple iPhone or an iPad, I just got an iPhone 5, so I was able to download this app finally. There is an app called Videolicious, and we have a partnership with them. It's only available on Apple, it's not on the Android platform. Videolicious is pretty cool. It's an app. You can shoot a video with it, you can do some editing. It's got all kinds of cool little things. But what is nice about it is that any video that you take with Videolicious automatically posts to On Location for you.
So you
So
can
it
do
takes
it,
that step.
it only has to be 5 for Videolicious.
Mm-hmm.
So 4 doesn't.
No. Yeah, because it has to have the front-facing camera. Yeah.
So-
Or no, the 4
4
works.
doesn't.
The 3 doesn't work. Yeah.
Okay.
So what about Android? Do you have an equal?
Nope. But I mean, yeah, there's other videos. There's other video apps. There's good video apps. They're just we don't have a partnership with them. We do with Videolicious. You know, I came from Samsung, so you know, when I heard about this, I'm like, come on, guys, you gotta get a broader audience. But anyway, our marketing department is very pro Apple. All right, so we have a whole section in my Recafe called Action CV. I'm gonna take a guess and say that none of you have ever seen it before. Is that right?
Right.
Oh, sweet! 3 of you. Good, okay. So Action CV is really cool. There's a ton of resources in here for you guys and information. So how to get here, obviously you're gonna log into the NRT gateway. You're gonna go to My Recafe. You're gonna click on Marketing. Then you're gonna click on Online and Digital Marketing. This is the path. And then finally to Action CV. This is everything video. What is in here? How to upload a video to Coldwell Banker On Location. This gives you step-by-step directions on how to get your video to On Location. Everything about our Videolicious partnership. If you want to know anything about it, it's right here. Or even how to use the app itself. There's Coldwell Banker On Location. That's a link that'll take you to that YouTube channel. And then there's all these sample videos. This is my favorite part. So we have a library of tons of sample videos. There's listing videos, agent videos, community and informational videos. These are awesome for you guys because you can go in and watch them and get really great ideas and steal them and then use them, right? So go in and watch them. It'll get you excited and get you started and going in the right direction. There's amazing stuff. That video blog that I was talking about, Jessica Edwards, she's in here too. There's video technology. So this is going to talk about all this, editing software and everything that we have available. Helpful tools. There are pre-written scripts for anything that you're trying to do in here. So if you just kind of get stuck and you don't know what direction, what to say, go in and read some of the scripts. Don't read them in front of the camera. Use that as a basis to create your bullets that you're then going to speak to. But it's kind of a good way to know what to say and how to say it. And then professional video companies. So we have a preferred vendor list for videographers. So again, like I said, if I was an agent, anything in the classic price point, I would shoot myself. Anything in the previous price point, I would hire a videographer for. It's going to range about $300 to $500, kind of depending on what you want. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be amazing. So in that situation, if I had a $17 million listing, I would definitely hire a videographer. And what I've seen agents too, they've done their bio videos with the videographer, were really beautiful, or some basic community videos that they've done with the videographer, and then they've used them for every single listing. They just post them to every listing in the area that they farm or whatever the case may be. So pretty cool. And then that's everything that I just said. But go in and check it out. All right, I'm kind of wrapping this thing up. All right, so the next steps is, everything that you are doing, needs to be showcasing who you are and your personality. You know, and you need to find, incorporating video into your marketing, I think besides like getting on board with social media, is probably the thing, if I was an agent, I would be focused on the most right now. That's what the consumers want. That's how they want the information delivered to them.
The listing video?
Yep.
Even if it's like a slideshow made into a video?
No.
No.
No, it needs to be a video. It needs to be like almost grassroots feel video.
Even though it's on YouTube?
No, it's not the same.
Not anymore.
But it's not the same.
And those will go on the MLS or not?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Can you even add videos on that?
Yes, you can. You put the link there.
What is the URL, is that what it is?
Yep, through the URL.
So instead of like the one that you get on Blue for the,
Yep.
you,
Well, Blue now has video. It has a YouTube capability in it. See, so we've thought about that. So we've incorporated video into Blue. So if you link it to Blue, you can put all of your videos in there too, and then it's everything.
so if you use a video, you don't use a slideshow.
That's
No.
So you have to choose between the two.
Well, no, you can still have the slideshow and the video because you could put that URL in there as well, like 2 URLs.
Most of them have,
One can
One.
only be
Oh, okay.
branded
and
and one.
one unbranded. So you only have 2 options.
Okay, so the slideshow would be branded, and then the video would be unbranded then. Is that correct?
Well,
It just depends if you're not going to say anything about who you are. Or
Yeah.
see, the unbranded ones will feed to like
Public.
all these other sites like YouTube, you know, Zillow.
Julia Zillow.
Yeah, exactly, but if they're branded, they won't.
Okay,
So you have to choose one.
all right. If I were an agent, I would go with a video versus a slideshow any day of the week or virtual tour.
And you know what,
And we've paid for them.
yeah, Blue offers both
Yeah.
branded and unbranded.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess you could use videos for both of those.
Yeah. If you did it all in Blue, it's like it would have everything. Because it's just going to give you the one link. It'll have the video and then the slideshow as well. I don't like calling them a virtual tour or slideshows.
What's that?
But I don't like calling them a virtual tour because I feel like that kind of leads them to think it's a video, but it's not.
Okay.
Really, video is going to make the virtual tours obsolete one day. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to trend. So, the pictures are always going to be important, but video will take it over because people actually want to feel what it's like to be inside until they can put on their Google glasses and then actually like walk through it, right? That'll happen one day. It will.
Agents will be obsolete.
Yeah.
Well, they said that back when internet came on the scene. And agents aren't obsolete. Things just change. They mold, they form, they change, and that's okay. It's just getting on board with the change and
I just feel weird because we get a lot of hits on the virtual tour, like more so than, actually QR scans are high.
QR scans are high. That's why I like Blue. Because Blue incorporates video and the tour together in one and then creates, no, it's not.
No, I mean like to get them to do anything.
Yeah.
We're having problems.
We're having
with
problems.
Blue right now.
What are the problems?
Okay.
Programming, photography, customer service.
Yeah.
It's been.
Photography? Really?
It's not quality. It's just scheduling and other
Well,
stuff.
if you got your own photographer, you don't have to use the Blue photography.
Well, no,
Oh, I
we know that.
don't.
We're just saying in general. And I've already talked to Pat, and so I mean, Blue's great. It's just they redid it without telling anybody, and
Yeah,
there's been
that did
some
happen.
hiccups in the programming which isn't good at all.
Okay. All right. Well, I've messed around with it. I haven't found any glitches in the programming. I do know that they changed some things.
The virtual tour is attached to the zip file of photos, and when you click the zip file of photos to download them, it rearranges your virtual tour to the
Oh.
photos inside of that folder, and
I didn't know
there's
that.
been a lot of agents
Yeah.
and
Okay,
a few
that's
we've
true.
had,
You're right. All right. I'm sure that
but that's being worked on.
it is being worked on. So we have a really long conference call every week with the Blue developers. Do you guys know the backstory behind Blue? The guy that made it was a real estate agent in Los Gatos. I don't know if you knew this. And he created this thing, and he's like, hey, Coldwell, do you want to use it? And we're like, cool. We used it, and that was Blue 1.0. And then it was like, oh, maybe we shouldn't have launched it yet because it wasn't really ready. And then, they actually hired some developers to actually create it, and then we relaunched it as Blue 2.0, which runs like way better than 1.0 did. But we have a lot of agents that used it at 1.0 and they're not happy about it, right? So they're like having a hard time embracing it. There are some of those glitches, but it's because, basically it's free software to us. But yeah, it's great. But again, you might get a lot of hits off of your virtual tour. You might want to do a test. incorporate video in some of the listings and then incorporate virtual tour and see what